Hey guys, Chaos Master 237 here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel. It has obviously been a while since the last video. I've been rather busy, and I've been busy, so I haven't really been able to do much of anything in terms of posting or even recording. So it took me a while to get back up in this position, up to this point, to show that, as you can see, I did make it. Instead of getting 15th place, I managed to get 7th. And it turns out I did more than just get an answer wrong, which is why I got 15th place. I forgot that there was a another study point, I guess, where I could find study material found in the not the gymnasium, at the in the pool area, I guess you could say. There was a bench that had it, and I forgot to, well, I did forget to look into that, to click on that, so I thought I had it, but I didn't. So that's the reason why. You gotta get all the study materials, talk to everyone, and you gotta get the right answers. And everything is pretty much the same, so I'm just gonna speed through all this. Because we've already been through this whole thing before.
Looks like you're up.
I obviously could have not bothered.
I'll show you what real nobility is.
My turn.
Oh, actually, I just forgot what the conditions were. Oops, went too fast there. Oh yeah, no arts or KO, that's right. So we're just gonna use battle scope.
My turn.
Detector.
Analyzing enemy attack patterns. I've got it.
All right.
Battle scope again.
Leave it to me.
And then battle scope the last guy. And then just attack them all.
Grant me your strength.
This is absurd.
Here we go. Here we go. That's
How could
that.
I lose?
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, we got that. Now we skip all this. Oh, I messed up. I could have played it. I could have had it be slower.
Here's a little something from the academy.
Nice. I could have. I forgot to not put it in turbo mode so you could see everything. You know, to see how the slow-mo slap and everything.
You did really well, Rean.
The normal slap. You get what I was trying to say. Hopefully you do, at least. Alright, now we're back here again. Oh, and I did... That's right. I also did the, I also did that one side quest with the orbital bike differently, where I got the answers wrong on purpose. A lot of it really wasn't any different. It was just like, you know, you didn't do, like, they were just pretty much, like, after you completed it, it's like, you know, oh, you just, it's new, so it's not like you would get it on your first try. Or it's like it's to be expected you wouldn't get it on your first try. And all these things cost so much U material. So yeah, there really wasn't much of a point to, you know, reload and show it. But if that's the case, I'll just have to give you two. How about 2 dogs as well? Drive a hard bargain. Oh no, not again. Why are there always so many people around us? I'm only doing this because Harrison asked me to, that's all. Hey, what's so... I get it can be embarrassing, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a husband and wife showing their love like that, like their affection in public. There ain't nothing wrong with that. If they're just embarrassed to do it in public, then, you know, then that's understandable, but you don't need to defend yourself like that. Yeah, probably shouldn't walk in. That's true. That's fair. I forget. Is there like... Oh yeah, Instructor Sarah's on the first floor. So we'll go there. Oh, I didn't think you'd be up already. How lazy would you have to be to not even get up to see us off? Hey now, that's kind of a low blow, don't you think? It's like you kids don't understand my tender love and devotion to all of you. Right. Fear not, Lady Sarah. I'm sure that one day they'll come to realize just how important they are to you. I'm not sure how to feel about you trying to cheer me up, of all people. Huh. Have the two of them met before? Let's back one. Just... Alright, I actually gotta get up. In case you... I've mentioned it before in earlier videos, like not in this channel, not in this Let's Play, but I know I said it before in others. I have to change my glasses to where it's easier for me to look at a screen instead of keeping the ones that turn into sunglasses. Alright, that's better. Cared for something you could eat at any point during a long journey. Thanks, we'll do us that. She's up to something. Oh, and in case you hear any blowing sounds, like something coming, like any wind noises coming to the mic, I have a burp. Sorry, I have my fan blowing. Since I heard you were leaving on your field study, but turns out that Sharon had already finished sweeping up the entrance to your dorm. Maids really are amazing. I hope I grow up to be as lovely as Sharon. Aww. Lovely, yes, but she's someone I don't think you'll ever be able to catch up to. Oh, I forgot to show that off too. After entering the old schoolhouse, before taking the exam, if you go up to the rooftop, you can meet the cat and give her fresh milk. Yeah, Celine. Did they come to see us off? Something very... Yeah. What is it, Rean? This is hardly the time to be playing with cats. In station right. Yep. If you... And that's why you got me... And I don't remember the entire... I don't really... Honestly, I don't know if there even is a reward for doing that. I know you give her fresh milk every time you... Almost every time you see her, obviously. But, I don't know the reward, and I don't know the exact times you actually can give it milk, so... Every time... So, after your first encounter with Celine, it obviously would be wise for you to keep on looking around every location to find her. Oh, Kenny's here. Yeah. I'm not a huge fishing fan myself, but I do know that waking up early to catch is very essential for, well, not essential, but like common, if you will. Well, maybe it is essential, I don't know. Yes, for Charles, yeah, thank you. That, waking up early is something that you do when you fish. Man, guess I should have known I was gonna lose anything to do with studying. So are you really going to wear a bikini to our swimming lessons next month? Yep, a deal's a deal. It's fine though, because I'll be pretending to be you anyway. You set it up so I lose either way! Where does she get these crazy ideas? More importantly, why? I won't let her get into that bikini, even if I have to put my life on the line to stop her. You could try to cut her hair. Or cut yours or something. Well, no, because she'll just copy you. I've already chosen which bikini to wear. I can't wait to see how people react to Lynn in her bikini. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, what? Oh wow, I never knew. I've always just gone straight to, I always just gone straight to proceeding the story. I never bothered coming up here before that, huh? Oh. Also, I did catch some other fish, like the Anor carp. Where was the other one? And regular carp. I don't remember all of the ones I caught. I really don't remember, and that's how I got a black angler. I don't recall if I ever mentioned it, but fishing right now is a bit difficult. In this game, I say difficult because there's fish you can catch early, but only on New Game Plus. Like, I don't remember exactly, but there's places where you can get other types of fish rather early. There's one in the Nord Highlands that I intend to show off for this example when I get to it, if I can actually catch it. Because from what I was able to remember and from what I double-checked when I looked up a list of fish and everything, it's not supposed to come that early as this chapter. If I am right, let me double-check that actually. Hold on. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm right. It would originally come in like chapter 6, but because I'm on New Game Plus, it arrives earlier. So I can't really say that me showing off like all the fishing is like a very good idea for you guys to follow. But I mean, if you're doing it for the first time, then following the fishing is following me doing the fishing on New Game Plus isn't very helpful, but on New Game Plus, it's helpful either way. But there are areas you can fish, but that's all I can really say. It takes half a day just to reach the station close to Highlands. There this evening, we'll be traveling even farther from there. Whole day just in transit. Not that that's unusual. Wait, yeah, I'm just speed reading. Understood. But yeah, I still will fish, obviously. It's just I can't really give a whole lot of I mean, I might do it at the very end of the once I fill it out exactly. You know, I might just leave a link or something. I don't know. Feels like, isn't she? Trying to hide, but I can tell she's had a lot on her mind lately. Please try to help her through whatever's troubling her. Oh no. I can't think of anything worse than being stuck cleaning this early in the morning. Stay calm, man. Just think of the credits and get through this. Credits? What? To get every question on her exam right and still get a 0. What? She just had to answer the wrong Wow. I'm not allowed to pass her with a grade like that. I'm not totally cruel, though. I did manage to salvage half of her score. She'll just have to make up the rest with volunteer work. It's a cruel joke that the school put me in charge of watching over her since she starts working at the crack of dawn. Oh, man. That's ridiculous. She's still a klutz, even when taking a test. I brought shame upon Uncle Makarov. How, like, so she basically filled the answers in the wrong area? Patrick was clearly holding back in our last match, and he still completely overwhelmed me. But I won't lose them next time. I'm not the weakling I once was. Oh, is he in here? Oh yeah, the gymnasium, that's what it was. Yeah, this bench here would have the other study material I mentioned. Oh, maybe he's not in here. No, he's not. I doubt he'd be coming out anyway. Hell, I even doubt he'd be willing to talk to us anyway. 2 members of the cross team. Yeah, I figured. Ferris, I never expected to see you here this early in the morning. You vested me in both sprinting and our midterm exams. I am a Florald. We are renowned for our myriad academic and athletic achievements. I will not let this stand. Every moment you are away on your field study, I will be restoring things to their natural order. Oh, well, good luck then. Lisa's got it rough. Yeah, she does. Look and be amazed. You won't believe your eyes. Ferris actually showed up for morning practice. Now that she's here, I'm going to work her extra hard. Have fun with that. Having visited the North Highlands once before, I can confirm that it lives up to its lofty reputation. I'm truly jealous that you get to visit such a magnificent place. If only I could join you all. You just want an excuse to ride your horse. Lambert's told me a lot about the North Highlands. They're pretty far away, right? But regardless, good luck over there. If you get sick, you better not try to use it as an excuse to slack off when you get back. Humph, that goes without saying. I hope that you will not neglect the horses during my absence either. That goes without saying too. I can't tell if they get along or not. That's just useless being useless. Yep. It's like they're good. It's like they become friends, but they act like that. Well, how about that? One student ended up having to take over my cleaning duties in the courtyard. Should I make my rounds a little easier in the mornings? Maybe now would be a good time to check up on the equipment in the storehouse. Can't you get in here? Oh my gosh. I didn't think I could come in here. I mean, it makes sense, since some students obviously don't have a field study. Rather lengthy journey, you'll be facing a tight climate. Yep. It makes sense that yeah, it does make sense I could go talk. Do not forget that the North Highlands are disputed territory. Both Erebonia and Calvert claim them as their own. Things have been calmer of late, but the fact remains that this field study takes place on foreign soil. You must take that in consideration. Speaking of politics, Zendergate, yada yada. Will do, sir. Obviously, I don't need to talk to anyone here. I'm just rather curious. Ha! You jelly? You start. Yep. Yeah. He's pissed. Oh no! There's paper everywhere. How do you manage this every damn time? Those two really do get along, don't they? Just listening to them has cleared away my morning blues. What? Min was told to do some volunteer work to make up for exam results. Having been raised in a strict noble household, there are times when I wish I were able to act as carefree as she does. Aww. I wasn't aware that Rufus was one of the directors. Who would the chairman and the other two directors happen to be? I could tell you now, but I'm sure you'll have the opportunity to meet them in due time. He dodged that one well. True. That is true. And he's not wrong. We are going to meet them, and they're fairly obvious. Like, after seeing Rufus, they are fairly obvious when you see them. I'm also trying to double check something. Cause in this game, there was a trophy to get all the different types of master quartz. And I know I missed one. I don't remember what it was. Because I can't, and because you can get it from talking to either Sarah or Nightheart, I believe. I don't remember which one it was I got. Like, I forget which one it is. I think it was one of the wind ones, if my memory serves me correctly. And I have that one. Okay, yeah, so there's one I would get from the Imperial Fishing Club when I get Red Angler. Okay, so then Forest and Brave, got them. Oh, okay, so I get another one for obtaining Red Angler. Alright. Alright, yeah, this is the one I would get from Sarah if I chose her. Oh, and then there's one I can't get for now. Like, you'll see later. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up when it happens. Okay, so the one I'm missing from the one I mentioned is Nightheart's. Okay. Okay, and then there's one I get for having a complete recipe book. Okay. I just need to double check that. Oh yeah, and then I gotta work on... their quartz. And their ordnance, I should say. Let's go to the engineering building now and talk to Crow. I'll talk to George. It was worth it after all. Might as well bang that out while I'm in a good mood. Alright, he's outside in front of the bike. Yo, Jellica, how about taking me for a ride next? I think I can squeeze you in. Of course, Tora and all the lovely ladies who asked me earlier take priority, though. Wouldn't expect any less from you. You getting ready to take off? I heard you're heading out pretty far this time. Go wild. True. From a morning ride. Get some good feedback. Yep. Glad I could help you out. Fair way to clear your head. On a steel horse like that would be incredible. After everything you've told me, I hope I get a chance to visit. Honestly, I like the North Highlands. Like, I like how it's... You'll get what... You'll see what I mean. Like, I'll explain it when we get there. Now, there's not much point in... Actually, wait. Right, okay. Yeah, there's not really any point staying around. Oh, Rean. You're ready to depart too, I see. Yeah, we're about to leave. Yeah, here we go. Don't you still need to purchase your tickets? Yeah, you're right. It looks like we'll be traveling together as far as Heimdall this time. Very well, let's stop dallying and buy them already. And I hear Group A is heading all the way out to North Highlands this month. You heard right. We'll need to change trains twice. First in Heimdall, then in Ruhr. From Ruhr... Blah. Need to transfer to a freight line. Regrettably, we can't handle that part of the trip here. Seems arrangements have already been made for that segment. Tickets... Alright then. I'm just waiting for any of the characters to pronounce the name of it, then I'll know. Then I can probably then I can easily say it. Breahard was honestly one that stuck in my head the most. But Ruhr or some... board, please wait. Find that pretty well. True. Seems there's a two-woman cold front blowing your way. Well, don't worry about us. We'll see what we can do to thaw them out. Yeah, just don't expect them to be weaving each other flower crowns when we get back, okay? Good luck. Honestly, compared to compared to like Machias and Eustace's issue, that lures and fees is honestly easy. It's just dumb why it took so long. That's all I can say. Wow, these sandwiches really hit the spot. Ham, lettuce, and cheese, and I'm getting a hint of pickle in there too. The ingredients are simple enough, but the way they come together is something special. Even the butter tastes different from what I'm used to. And his tea is equally perfect. The zest of the lemon complements the taste perfectly. You have quite the maid looking after you. Well, Mother hired her, not me. She's a talented maid though, I won't deny that. She handles the typical housework and greeting guests, as you'd expect. But she also manages Mother's schedule. Wow. Managing the company chairman's schedule doesn't really sound like part of the typical maid's job description. She really is that talented though, which is why I can't work out why my mother sent her to look after me. Those two are up to something, I just know it. Regardless, there are definitely perks to having her around. I think you should accept your mother's kindness. I agree, she must have started working before sunrise to prepare all of this for us. I know. Anyway, look at those two. So we're headed to Bryonia Island this time. All I know about it is that it hosts some sort of ancient ruins. I'm not certain what to expect. Come to think of it, this will be the first time I've had a chance to see the ocean. What about you two? Now you mention it, I've never seen it either. I have. Oh really? During a landing operation in the corpse. Speaking of ruins, Legram has some fairly well-known ruins, does it, Laura? Oh yeah, the Saint's Castle or something like that. You must be referring to Lohengrin Castle. I might have messed that up. I hope I actually got that right. It's a magnificent stronghold that faces out onto the lake. You can see it from the town itself. It's quite beautiful on the days when the mist clears. Oh wow. It sounds like a sight worth seeing. Seems like he'd be in trouble if a skilled sniper set himself up there. Doesn't sound like they're getting along very well. You can't really blame... Honestly, it's more Feast's fault because it's like, she's terrible at conversation. Like, she only knows how to talk by bringing that stuff up, pretty much. She gets better over time, thankfully, and it's hilarious how much better she gets. Like, it's amazing and hilarious. You'll see as time passes. It's really cool. Doubt Fee is doing it on purpose. She's really not. Offended by it, too. Yeah, she's usually so composed, but something about Fee seems to get under her skin. Well, kind of the same... It's literally the same thing that she had an issue... It's the same issue she had with Rean. Like, why are you holding back? That's literally it. And it's true, like, you could tell from the very beginning, after all this, is like, that's the real issue. Like, Laura goes all out almost every time, but Fee doesn't. She rarely ever tries hard. And it's true. I've heard it said that it's not merely the largest station in Erebonia, but on the entire continent. I'm aware of another station that can match the 10 tracks found here. Here on the way to Trista, the amount of people I saw truly... But it's not surprising that there aren't many folks. I think what they're talking about with the largest would be Crossbell, which does make sense since it's, you know, literally in the center of other nations, so it makes sense it would have the most train tracks. Hang on, you can't give up already? How hopeless. Well, don't worry about it too much. The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. I suppose you're right. We'll try and keep things from getting too dangerous, at least. Those two aren't gonna be like that. Anyway, this is where we split up. If you're traveling toward Ordis, you'll be heading west, right? Indeed. Meanwhile, Group A will need to travel northeast to Ruhr first. I'm so jealous you get to visit Gaius' homeland. You better tell us all about it when you get back. Will do. Take care, everyone. Fee, Laura, you both take care too. We'll see you all next week. Quite. Hey! Guess who it is?
Is something on your mind, Elise? Has some rugged, handsome young man caught your eye? Like your brother, perhaps?
Yep.
Please, Your Highness.
Yep.
I just thought I saw someone I recognized, but it couldn't possibly have been him. I can't imagine what would bring him to the capital this early in the morning.
Field study.
Someone you recognized? I wonder. But I knew you wouldn't deny it.
Yep.
That your brother is handsome, I mean.
Please.
I mean, to be fair, even if he wasn't adopted, there really isn't anything wrong with the sibling saying, like, trying to, like, praise another sibling to other people, you know? As long as you don't get too excessive and everything, but, you know, it's fine.
I knew that I shouldn't have told you about him.
What's wrong with telling her?
Oh, come now, I'm only teasing. There's no need to sulk.
Oh yeah, that's right, she does that.
I'll give
How
you
could
a
I
little
forget? She just did
something
it.
from Mariage Cross to make up for it.
But that's an adult lingerie brand. Please excuse us, Captain Claire.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't sullied your ears with our scandalous conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Not at all, Your Highness. I came to inform you that the special train to the Imperial Villa will be arriving shortly. I look forward to accompanying you today.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us.
Certainly.
As you can obviously guess, that was Rean's sister, Elise. Alright, let me tell you a bit more about the Nord Highlands. The Nord Highlands are a mountainous region to the northeast of Erebonia. To get there, we'll need to cross the Isengard Range. That's the mountain range to the north of Ruhr. I'm guessing we'll need to pass through quite a few tunnels to get to the other side. Pretty much. I went through several when I was originally traveling to Trista. Anyway, when you reach the other side, you'll be in the Nord Highlands surrounded by, on every side by mountains. Other than the Imperial Army's bases, the only place you'll find people is in nomadic settlements like the one I'm from. If anything, we have more sheep than people. Wow, really? I'm starting to feel like we're traveling to a country locked in time or something. It sounds like a scene right out of a picture book. In addition to the scenery, the Nord Highlands are also well known for their breeding and raising of horses. Most of the war horses used by the Imperial Army are descended from Highland stock. That's true. Horses are essential to the livelihoods of the folks in my village. Raising horses to be used by the Erebonians is one of my people's primary sources of income. Come to think of it, I seem to remember hearing that the horse we have at home was raised in Nord too. Isn't that also true of the horses in the riding club uses? Correct. All of them originally came from Nord. Even the golden stallion on the Empire's emblem is said to depict a warhorse raised in the Highlands. Or so the story goes, at least. Nord has deep historical ties to the Empire. We know today that it's where Emperor Dreichels first started building his army, after all. That's right, the Imperial Army still maintains a base on the southern edge of the Highlands, Xandergate. That's as far north as the trains can take us. I see. We should arrive there somewhere around 4 in the afternoon then. Yeah, but it's just past 8 AM now. We should reach Ruhr Station by midday. After that, we have another 4 or so hours on the freight train to Nord. Looks like we're in it for the long haul. Still, we won't get chances like this often, so let's try and make the most of it. Now we just talked to everyone. Not too much longer now. I guess this will be your first time back home since you started at Thors, right? Does it feel a little awkward going back after you ran away from home? A little, yeah. At least we're only changing trains there, so I don't have to leave the station. I haven't been in Ruhr since I switched lines there on the way to Trista. Oh right, I almost forgot. If you came from Ymir, you had to have gone through Ruhr. I visited Ymir once when I was a kid, but I haven't been there since. I remember it being a really nice place though. The scenery was so beautiful. Oh, didn't know you'd actually been. Yeah, it really is beautiful. A place that nice doesn't really fit a guy like me. Are you still sulking over what that Twitch said during our last practical exam? Pay the House of Hiram's little mind, and they're full of a third son even less. Oh yeah, I forgot he's the third son. I don't think he meant most of those awful things he said. Yeah, it seemed like his anger just got the better of him. I'll bet he regretted it later. I don't actually think we ever see or hear any mention of Patrick's brothers at all in the story, and it's like it was brought up and then it's just dropped. I mean, it's only minor, so it does make sense. I mean, we might have met you might meet them further down in the story. They just aren't like, they're not unique like other characters, you know, like the party here, you know. And regardless of what he thinks, we all think you're a swell guy, as a classmate and as a friend. So don't be so hard on yourself. Thanks guys, it means a lot to hear you say that. You're so hopeless sometimes, Rean. It's easy to forget, but in traveling to the Nord Highlands, we'll actually be leaving the country. It feels strange heading out beyond our borders, a little emotional even. Yeah, we've got a long journey ahead of us. I can only wonder what kinds of things they'll have us doing when we get there. I can't even begin to imagine. Each month seems to throw something new at us. I am a little worried about how Fee is holding up though. Yeah, there's definitely something going on between her and Laura. But I'm not sure there's anything we can do about that. I'm sure Elliot and Machias will keep an eye on those two for us. We've got our own battles to face. I'd like us all to come back from this trip in one piece. You're right, of course. The horses of the Nord Highlands are known for being some of the finest on the continent. With their solid builds, high endurance, and steadfast loyalty to their masters, they truly are the ideal steeds. The Highlands are far from the only place that raises horses, but the horses from Nord are in a class all of their own. Seems like you couldn't find a better horse if you searched across the Empire. Though now I can see why Arthur's such an impressive specimen. Who? Oh, Arthur's the horse we have back at home. My dad would often ride him out hunting with our old dog. Badu. I don't know how to say that. Back when I was a kid, he'd lift me up on his back and let me ride around. I see. This will be an excellent opportunity to learn more about how the Empire's finest horses are raised right at the source. Wow, he seems like he's really into this. Oops. I don't know how to say that name. Well, here's a sight for sore eyes. Haven't soaked in scenery like this since I first came to Trista. I hope everyone in the settlement is doing well. He seems happy to be headed home. I've always been curious, how did you end up coming to Thors anyway? Well, about a year ago, I met a general in the Imperial Army up in Nord. One thing led to another, and he ended up giving me a recommendation to attend the academy. He was strangely adamant that my skill with a spear would come in handy during my time at Thors. Guess he was right. I can see why an Imperial general might take an interest in your spearmanship. True. Our cavalry's lance and spear training has its origins not just in the tales of the Eisenritter, but in traditions of the Highlands as well. Oh, that's pretty interesting. It's just recently that I've been learning how far back the connection between Nord and Erebonia goes. Indeed. Yeah, we could play Blade, but there's not really any point to do that, since, you know, I already maxed out the link levels and everything. So I will save the game here. Simply just to save it in case the cutscene gets really long. And we'll just stop talking and progress onward. I think I could skip this, but I don't want to. Ah! The special express lines for Ruhr. Yep. He's insurer, yada yada. Here we are. This is my first visit to the Empire's industrial metropolis. Actually, it's my first time too. I passed through when I first came to the academy, but even then, I could see why people associated with... Oh, hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. Someone came in to look for any of the pillows in my closet, and luckily we got them. And luckily and luckily they found them. So I apologize for that. But even then, I could see why people associated with industry. It feels like the whole city's one big massive iron. Yeah, it really does have that vibe. What are those cone-shaped towers out in the distance anyways? Oh, those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the orbital energy needed to power them. Wow, really? If I weren't seeing it for myself, I'd be hard-pressed to imagine a city like this. True. But it's gonna be a lengthy one. Well, we finally made it as far as Ruhr. We'll need to transfer to a freight line to reach the North Highlands from here, right? Right, there'll be a freight train leaving from platform 4 that we need to board. It is up the staircase and to the left, I think. Right, I'm heading off. Okay, don't forget to write. Or to maintain proper hygiene. And make sure you eat a balanced diet. I know, I can look after myself, sis. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to... I missed... There was... I can't remember exactly when, but I think it was, like, before No, it was right after I completed the old schoolhouse in this chapter. I went to talk to the two students that were in the student and like the union bit, or the student union or whatever, that one building where Toa usually is. I went in there to try to fill in Rex's character notes, and I talked to two NPCs that were just female student and male student. When I talked to them, one of them, the male student was like concerned about her eating too much. It's like, are you afraid that you'll get fat? And the female student reply was just female student. I can hardly believe I made it all the way to Ruhr. I never imagined that he would be such a dog to pursue her. Huh? I don't remember that story, but I think it's because of arranged marriage, I think? I don't remember. But yeah, the 2 NPCs, that was a total mess up, and I thought it was funny. Alright, I'm gonna leave this off here because I know what's coming. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey. Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We're going to need to eat something between now and dinner. It seems highly unlikely a freight train would be equipped with vending machines or other such comforts either. We'll need to go through the ticket gate then. There's a shop in the main part of the station that sells pre-packed lunches.
Oh, there won't be any need for that.
And look at that.
What?
No way.
See, this is why I said this little girl has that little girl has nice dreams, but
How did you get here before us?
Exactly.
The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady.
Really, Sharon? I forgot she's.
As you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings. I do hope you'll enjoy them.
Thanks.
Each member of the group.
We really appreciate you going to all the trouble to make these for us.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Reinford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Ah.
Yeah.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
You got me. I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well. They're quite fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste.
Well, thank you.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something. You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you?
I wish.
I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either.
Other business?
Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Mother?
Hello, Elisa. Ah, you all must be members of Class 7.
Yeah, this is why I turned turbo mode off. Irina Reinford.
I'm Elisa's mother, Irina.
Or Irina, sorry.
Also the chairman of the Reinford group. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Emma Milstein.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I've work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. What?
Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say? It's always work with you, isn't it? You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it?
My lady.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops.
It's really not. But they do have their moments. There are some moments where it's sweet.
It seems there's a lot of friction between them.
You can live your life however you see fit. I have no intention of forcing the Reinford group on you.
Well, at least that's
Even
nice.
if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make.
So essentially, while she may not like it, she's not gonna be all like, you know, like I'm so disappointed in you for not doing a certain path. You know, she at least respects the choice. She at least will respect Elisa choosing. So she's not that bad. Again, she's not.
Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life. In the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What? I knew Sharon would relay back information about me, but reports from the Academy itself?
Well, let's see. Right, there's the orbital staffs. So, and you know, we are using orbments made by the Reinford group. So that alone means she gets data.
You must not have known. In addition to my other responsibilities,
Here it comes.
I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
See what I mean by it not being, like, any big of a shock?
Oh my, that means...
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Rhineford Group a canny choice as a member of the board.
Exactly.
The Rhineford Group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbital staff, as well as your Arcus.
Yeah, the Arcus. So yeah, she's gonna know regardless. She doesn't need to be on the chairman position to be able to know that kind of stuff.
I must say, I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Also, I like her outfit.
Please excuse us, my lady.
I do like Irina's outfit, like, you know how it's just, it like shows, in a weird way, she gives off the feeling that she is indeed wealthy. And it's true. Like the scarf makes me feel that about her, and it's not really wrong.
Take care during the rest of your journey.
Of course, she's not really doing it to show off, but I do like how they came up with that idea.
Elisa.
You alright?
Yeah, she just, like, she wanted to, like, escape her mother's grasp and everything, and then she's still in her clutches. So, of course, it's like running away did nothing to change that for Elisa. So she's a little upset about that. Which meant the only way you could have honestly not, truly have honestly gotten away from her is not even going to Thors at all. Damn it. I thought I finally had her out of my hair, but it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. I take it you and your mother aren't on good terms then? Yeah, I think that much was abundantly clear. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home, that was the first step that led me to enrolling in the academy. But how was I supposed to know I'd gone and signed up for the school she sits on the board of directors of? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thorough investigation before I made my choice? I don't know what to say. You have our sympathies, I suppose. Is your mother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she's only interested in her work, but then she'll suddenly start meddling in my life. She says to do just what I want, but it always turns out that wherever I go, she's there ahead of me, just like today. I should have known something was up. Like, this is, again, like, I've always felt that, like, she can be distant, like, be swamped with work, but she does care. Like, she didn't need to send Sharon to you at all, Lisa. She did it because she cared. Or she cares. The bank account my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expenses hasn't taken a dip since my first day at Thors. Yeah, there it is. I'm paying your bills the whole time. It does seem like a strong possibility, especially considering her presence on the board of directors. I can't see why you're grousing about. I don't know how to say that. Be grateful to have a parent display that much interest. What? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least she showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. Ooh. Yikes. Forget it. Like, it's weird. It's like, Elisa will cover more about it. Like, how we just saw her pretty much depicts how she acts a lot. So it can be hard to really see that she actually cares, but then you hear Elisa talking about it, and it's like, yeah, she cares. For so many now that we've gone through the mountains. I see. Anyway, how about we dig into those lunches Sharon made for us? That sounds good to me. Seems like she went out of her way to prepare them. Alright. If these are subpar because she had to make do with the airship's kitchen, I won't let her hear the end of it. Well, then let's dig in. She made a really good breakfast with you know, not being at her best and at the school cafeteria. I'm sure she's fine. Going Highlands for an academy field study? Sounds like you budding soldiers do some pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that. Thors seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard, though. Still, it feels pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Even at the academy, Gaius always stands out because of his height. Yeah, he towers over even the second years. Are all of the people in your settlement of a similar height? Nah, I'd say my dad is the only one who really has height on me. My younger brother's fairly short, though. I wouldn't doubt he has another growth spurt coming his way. I seem to remember you mentioning you have quite a few siblings. A younger brother and 2 younger sisters to be exact. They're a little on the shy side, but I hope you get along with them. It can do. Still, if you look through the window, it really feels like we're getting close to the Highlands now. Indeed. Seeing you kids rushing off on some adventure kind of makes me jealous. Anyway, we're about halfway through the Eisengrad... whatever. We should... yeah. I'm just skipping a little past that because I have like 10 minutes left. Did you meet him back in the spring when you were on your way to Trista? Yeah, I made the same trip back then too. We had plenty of time to kill, so he taught me a lot about Erebonian culture. Sounds like a pretty nice guy. I'll bet that served as a pretty useful primer. It did. There are a lot of people I'm thankful to for helping me come this far. But most of all, I'm thankful to the winds and the goddess. The winds and the goddess. Classic Gaius. True. I pressed start. I don't know if that really changed it. Hey, that looks like we ought to be coming out of the last tunnel anytime now. I see. Lisa, Eustace, we're almost there. Ah. Oh. I had to turn turbo mode off for that. So this is... I can only just make it out in the distance, but it looks like it's it. So that's the North Highlands. I'll admit, it appears even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I'll be even happier to hear you say that once you've seen it up close. Alright, can we get to a point where I can save the game? Ah, you've arrived. Hey! Lieutenant General. Been months since I last saw you. Seems almost surreal to see you standing there in a military academy uniform. Though this is the first time I've seen the Thors ensemble in red. A new Class VII. Pretty high up. I'm betting he's a Lieutenant General. Yeah, what gave that away? An Imperial General with an eye patch. That seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed, these are about half of my classmates from Class 7. I'm Rean Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Elisa Reinford, Emma Milstein, Eustace Alvarea. It seems like your classmates are as interesting bunch as I've heard. Lieutenant General Zex Vander, Commanding Officer of the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. Pleased to finally meet you. One-Eyed Zex! So you're one of the guardians of the Arnor family. Oh, it seems some of you already know of me. A guardian of the Arnor family? Ah, now I remember. The Vanders are a celebrated military family responsible for the protection of the Imperial family. And One-Eyed Zex Vander is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vander and the Arseed schools of swordsmanship are the 2 most renowned styles in Erebonia. It's truly an honor to meet you, sir. I'm just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I'd love to hear about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately we don't have the time. You should set out as soon as possible if you want to reach the settlement by nightfall. I agree. Were you able to take care of all the arrangements? I did, rest assured. What arrangements? We need to head out now if we want to reach Gaius' home by sundown, right? Right, which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Alright, just follow me and I'll show you the way. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Even with how old these graphics this game was originally released at, it's still a really beautiful place. It's simply breathtaking. I had no idea a land so beautiful lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Glad to hear you think so. And here is our transportation. Horses, are you saying we're to travel to the settlement on horseback? The Highlands are way too vast to cover in any reasonable length of time on foot. You'll be fine. You're a member of the riding club, and Rean and Lisa both have riding experience, right? Yeah, I think I can manage. I learned back at home, so I should be okay as long as we aren't making any trick jumps or anything. I'm afraid I've never ridden a horse before. Not a problem. You can just hitch a ride on the back of someone else's horse. At least it would probably be the best choice considering the balance of weight. I can do that. Is that alright with you, Emma? Yes, although I feel a little nervous. Let's mount up at once then. Okay, steady now, steady. This is a fine horse. Are you doing okay back there, Emma? Yes, I'm fine, I think. Make sure to hold on tight when we start moving. This should be a fun trip. They're all top quality horses, raised here in the Highlands. At a good clip, you should be able to reach the settlement in under an hour. Oh, and before I forget, I'm sure guys won't have much need of this, but the rest of you should take a map of the Highlands. A map? Wow, such a high level of detail. It looks as though the Army's surveying expertise is being put to good use. Indeed, I hope it'll prove useful during your field study. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, that's about it for me. You should be heading out. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. Give my regards to the elder and Lakin. We will. Thank you for seeing us off, sir. If you'll excuse us then. Alright.
This is worlds apart from the bustle of the city.
It really is. I feel like I'm one with the wind.
Indeed, but if you didn't go too fast, that would be great.
I'm sure it will feel natural in time. No doubt the riding club would be fuming with envy if they could see us now.
I had to fast forward a bit.
I'll bet.
Anyway, my home settlement is due northeast of here. Hopefully we'll be able to reach it before sundown.
Right.
Let's move.
Alright, how to ride the horse. Horseback riding controls are largely the same as those for regular movement. Use left. Yep. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I'm out of time, so I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Next time, we will be exploring North Highlands to get into guys' settlement, and probably open some treasure chests and stuff along the way. So, catch you guys next time. Laters!